All right, guys, this is Module 2, Lesson 22, Math Notes. Again, as I'm going through this, I would like you to make sure that you are writing this down as I go. It is very important. We do have a math test coming up probably next week sometime. I'll be giving you more information on that as we move forward. However, it is extremely important that you guys make sure you are filling up your math notebook so that you can use that as a resource during your math test. All right, going ahead and getting started. Our warm-up this morning, we have 600s divided by 2, 6 tens divided by 2, 6 ones divided by 2, and 6 tenths divided by 2. So I'm going to have you guys pause the video and complete the warm-up to the best of your abilities. After you've tried it, then we're going to go in and we're going to work on it together. Answering all of it. So go ahead and pause the video, and when you are ready, hit play and we'll go over the answers together. All right, guys, hopefully you've had a chance to go through and complete this and to the best of your abilities. If I was with you or you were in the classroom, I'd be going around with smelly markers and giving you guys little stars. Starting off with 600s divided by 2. Well, if we're given 600s, I know that's the same as 600, okay? 600 divided by 2. Well, I would cross out the zeros that they share, but they don't share any zeros here. So I'm just going to start with 6 divided by 2. And I know 6 divided by 2 is going to get me 3. But I have 3 zeros left in my problem, so I'm going to have 3 zeros in my answer. So 600s divided by 2 is just 300. Down here for 6 tens divided by 2, well, I know 6 groups of 10. If I had 6 $10 bills, I would have $60. Okay, so I'm going to do 60 divided by 2. Okay, I cannot cross out the zeros they share because they don't share any zeros. So 6 divided by 2 is going to get me 3. There's 1 0 in the problem, so I'm going to have 1 0 in the answer. Down here for 6 ones, if I had 6 $1 bills, that's just the same as $6. Divided by 2, they don't share any zeros, but I know 6 divided by 2 is just 3. No zeros in the problem, no zeros in the answer. Now down here, I have something a little different. I have 6 tenths divided by 2. Now, when I have 6 tenths, I need to make sure that I'm writing that down as 0.6. My 6 is now in the tenths place. Remember, we did place value in the beginning of the year. My 6 is in my tenths place. Divided by 2, make sure I have my divided by 2 here. Well, I know 6 divided by 2 is also 3. But I have one number behind the decimal in the problem, so I'm going to have one number behind the decimal in the answer. 6 tenths cut in half is going to give me 3 tenths. Okay? So that is for our warm-up this morning. Again, I would like you to make sure you have all of this written down, okay? And now we're going to scroll down to our concept development. Okay, so again, you guys are writing this down. For my concept development today, we are focusing on, again, some more long division. We're doing the estimate, solve, and check process that we've been doing this whole week and all of last week. Okay, it's a 3-step process, and it helps us throughout the journey of solving these. But today, instead of having just, 1-digit quotients, we're going to have double-digit quotients, or sometimes triple-digit quotients. So we're not going to have just a single-digit quotient today. And as we explore this, you guys will see kind of a little bit more what I'm meaning. Now, again, what I want you to do is I want you to make sure you're writing this down with me, pausing, rewinding, fast forward as you need to. Okay, I have 590 divided by 17. Well, if I have 590 divided by 17, I'm going to start by estimating. I'm going to start by estimating that 17 to my nearest 10, which is going to get me, oops, click my pen here. It's going to get me closer to 20. Okay. Now I need to round this 590 into something that's easily divisible by 2. Well, I know that 590 is pretty close to 600, and I know 2 can go into 600. So I'm going to round that 590 to a 600. Okay. Now I'm going to cross out the zeros that they share. They only share 1 0 here. Oh, I didn't really go through the 0. Only share 1 0 here. I know 6 divided by 2 is 3. Okay. And I have 1 0 left over. So my final quotient is going to be around 30. Around 30, give or take. Okay, now I'm going to go down here and I'm going to go to the solving portion. So for the solving portion, I need to start off by drawing my house. And my 17, my divisor, goes outside of my house. My dividend, my 590, goes inside of my house. 590. I'm going to kind of draw that house down a little bit. There we go. All right, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to solve this out. Can 17 go into 5? No, it cannot. 5 is too small. So I'm going to put an X or a 0 on top of that 5. Well, can 17 go into 59? Yes, it can. It can go into 59. I'm going to say around 3 times. I don't know off the top of my head. Remember, I'm going to want to get as close to 59 as possible without going over. I'm going to say 3 times because part of my estimate is 30. So I'm going to go over here and I'm just going to do 17 times 3 to see what I get. Okay, again, there's a lot of trial and error in division. 3 times 7 is 21. 1 carry the 2. 3 times 1 is 3. Plus 2 is 5. Okay, if I had another group of 17, it would be over 59. So this is as close as I can get to 59 without going over. So I'm going to put a 3 right here, top of my 9. I'm now going to subtract 51 because 3 times 17 would be 50, or is 51. 9 minus 1 is 8. 5 minus 5 is 0. Okay. Now what I need to do, I'm not quite done yet. But Mrs. Duncan, my remainder is smaller than my divisor. I am done. This is why it's a little different now that we're working with larger digit quotients. I have to pull down what is left over. And in this case, I have a 0 left over in my dividend. So that 8 is going to become an 80. Now, how many times can 17 go into 80? Oh gosh, I don't know. Let's try, I'm going to try and guess, let's say 4 times. So I'm going to do 17 times 4. Okay. 7 times 4 is 28. 8 carry the 2. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6, so I have 68. Oh, that seems pretty close. Let me try 5 times over here on this side. 17 times 5. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 carry the 3. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8, 85. Oh, it's too large. 85 is larger than 80, so 17 cannot go into 80 5 times. It can only go in there at least 4 times because I have to get as close as I can to that 80 without going over. So 4 times 17 is 68. So now I'm going to subtract 68 from my 80. Okay. Make this 0 a 10. Make this 8 a 7. 10 minus 8 is 2. 7 minus 6 is 1. Now I have nothing left to bring down. Everything else is pulled down already. So I have now a remainder smaller than my divisor. So I do know I am done now. So my final answer is 34, remainder 12. Okay, 34, remainder 12. Now that is pretty close to my original estimate of 30, but I'm not quite done yet. I need to go in and I need to check my work here. So to check my work, I multiply my divisor by my quotient, add my remainder. So I'm going to do 34. You know what? I want to move up here a little bit. There we go. 34 times by 17. Boop. I'm going to do turtle head. Now let's change colors now. 7 times 4 is 28, so I'm going to do 8. Carry the 2. 7 times 3 is 21. 21 plus 2. 21, 22, 23. 23. Okay. Now I need to drop a turtle egg. Now I'm going to do 1 times 4, which is going to get me 4. 1 times 3, which is going to get me 3. Now I'm going to add them up. 8 plus 0 is 8. 3 plus 4 is 7. 2 plus 3 is 5. All right, now I've multiplied the divisor by the quotient. Now I need to add the remainder. So 578 plus 12. 8 plus 2 is 10. 0, carry the 1. 7 plus 1 is 9. Bring down my 5. Well, 590 was my original dividend. I just got that by checking my work. So my final answer of 34, remainder 12, boop, is correct. Lots of steps there, guys. Lots of steps. That is not a easy one-step process. That takes some time. These are not going to be quick and easy and fast. They take some thinking. They take some processing. So again, if you need to pause, slow down, rewind, fast forward, make sure you're doing that. All right, now we're going to go to the next side of our math notes. And I only have 2 more problems left for us on here. So I have the we do, time to step it up, donuts. We can get this. Okay, we have 887 divided by 27. So our first process is going to be to do our estimation. My divisor of 27 is close to 30. So I'm going to write down 30. And 887 is awfully close to 900. And I know 3 can go into 9, so I'm just going to make this 900 here. So I have 900 divided by 3. All right, now I need to cross out the zeros they share. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 1 0 left over in the problem, 1 0 in the answer. All right, our quotient is going to be around 30 again this time. All right, I am running out of time here on this video. I'm going to pause it and have a part 2. So make sure you click part 2.